I was coming to Canada as if I'm coming to a place where you pluck money from the tree. I was shocked. I thought there was no jobless person in
in
Canada
Canada.
because I had those thoughts like
Let's go back to Nigeria.
I kept telling my
Arishe.
husband.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Funke Lemo. I'm a Nigerian immigrant in Canada and I post videos about my life in Canada. In today's video, you can already tell that I have a guest. We've known each other for that's over 10 years
Yeah.
now. And I can remember very well that we started this whole Canada permanent residency together. This floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you everyone. I'm so excited to be featured on Funke Lemon's YouTube channel. I am Lara Onipede. They call me T Hello, the Lara Onipede. I'm a Nigerian immigrant too. Very soon we'll be introducing ourselves as Canadians. Very soon,
Yes.
yeah.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about the reality of settling in Canada, majorly with regards to getting job.
You begin to pay bills
Bills
almost immediately you
immediately
land
you
here.
land.
And payment of bills here is totally different from what you have
Back
back
home.
home.
What is the assumption, or what did you have in mind when you were planning to relocate about job?
What I had in mind is totally different from what I found on ground. I was coming to Canada as if I'm coming to a place where you pluck money from the tree. How they just tell you, the people we had there just say, just be coming. There's job. There's don't mind that I'm talking like that, right? Because I was shocked. The assumption I had was that once I get here, there are jobs. I thought there was no jobless person in
In
Canada.
Canada.
I've learned a lot. It's crowded at the bottom of the pyramid.
When you landed, how long did it take you to get a job? A job that could pay your bills. It might not be the perfect kind of
Okay.
job or what you want.
My first job, I landed my first job October and I got into Canada July. 3 months
Before you got a job.
before I got my
job.
first job. And like she said, it's not as if that's like my
That's like
dream
the
job.
dream job.
It's like we call it survivor
Survivor
jobs.
job. It took me, we came in May. I got a job in July
Okay.
first. And after I put to bed, I stopped working with that company because it was too stressful. Then I now got another job in October. So the truth is, people always have this notion and always feel. I've even had people tell me, okay, once I just come, don't worry, I'll be fine. They don't
Yeah.
understand that to get a job, even these survival jobs, are not as easy as they seem.
Yeah.
There are lots of things you have to do. Like me, I came as a teacher.
Okay.
I did education, and I was thinking that when I come to Canada, I'll be able to
Start
enter
teaching.
into that education. It's a total different ballgame. Survival jobs, you can get them, but even getting that survival jobs might take you time.
Yeah.
There are lots of things you have to put into perception. Your CV
Takes a lot of strategy, right?
did you even now get to use your master's degree in
Um,
this your
um,
survival job when you got
no,
it?
I've not used it's not only survivor jobs. It's going to be 2 years since I've been in Canada, and my master's degree have not been relevant.
Do you think it's easy to get a job in Canada?
That's a dicey one because I think for me, I didn't come into terms with what we're sharing with you on time, so it was pretty difficult for me.
Please shed more light on that.
I think I've met people that because they were maybe they were able to lean on to what we are sharing with you on time. I was selling myself as that master's degree holder and everything, and I believe that delayed my being able to get a job on time. So I would not say it's not hard and it's not easy. It's up to the person in question because I think we still said this yesterday that experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your own experience. So if I had asked questions,
when we came into Canada, we understood that it's important that we are associated with the right set of people. Some people don't have the right knowledge to give.
Yeah. So if you are asking those kind of people questions, even if you are asking them the right questions, I'm sorry, they don't have the right answers because they can only give you what they have. So it is going to be hard when your mind is not open, when you are not surrounded with the right kind of people who can. Somebody, just for an example, I had a lady who came into Canada, I think just about 2 months ago now. She has a job because she met me before she left Nigeria, and I was able to tell her, do this, do this, do this. Immediately she came, I sent her a sample of my resume for her to
change her CV.
To change her CV. You know, that resume I sent her, it took me almost 6 months of having been in Canada
to be able
before before I was able to come up with that kind of resume. So I gave it to her. I said, okay, tailor it to your own specific skills and everything. And then she chatted me last week that she has 2 jobs, even though they are survivor jobs.
Now, I wanted to address what we call survivor jobs. Survivor jobs are jobs that the pay is minimum pay or almost minimum pay.
Yeah.
So in Ontario now, the minimum wage, and you know here in Canada they pay per hour.
Yeah.
The minimum wage is $16.50. $16.50. So when we say survivor jobs, there are jobs that the pay can be from $16.50 up until to like $22 or $21 per hour. So that's what we mean by survival jobs. I just wanted to clear that now. Or transition jobs.
Yeah. Or do you think we should tell them that there's nothing bad with these jobs?
There is nothing. Coming to Canada and settling down is a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you starting this survival job.
It's totally okay. You're coming to an environment where there is structure and there is regard for labor. They never see any kind of job, even the so-called survivor jobs. I think we immigrants, we are the one who calls it survivor jobs.
Yeah.
They respect your time here.
Survival jobs.
Whatever you're doing, your time is respected, your labor is regarded, and so that's why I said it depends on the person. I was one of those who thought I cannot do this one. I've changed my mind.
Not like it's hard to get a job in Canada, and it's also not like it's easy. To get a job in Canada. You have to speak to the right persons. One thing that helped me also was really like I thought I was coming.
Yeah.
I registered for all those communities that help immigrants to settle in properly, like Pinecrest.
Yeah.
I filled their form. They were helping me work on my CVs and all of that. Yeah. When I came last year,
I didn't know to do that.
I did that then.
So it's probably so she got a first job, I think. She said July.
I got in May. It was like they were the one that helped me. But they helped me
with
to understand
what is expected
of me.
I didn't know to do that. So it took me a longer time.
Okay. What is the effect of your education background and certification to your job search? Do you think there is any effect?
It doesn't have an effect.
Why
I would say so. It depends on unique instances. For example, I don't have my degree certificate. I graduated from HBU. I did my BSc in HBU. And for some reasons, I got my certificate. My name was misspelled. So I had to apply for correction. I was still doing all of those until I moved into Canada. And nobody have ever asked me here for any certificates.
All they need is just basic skill.
Can you do the job?
Communication.
Survival job. They give you kind of like what I'll call a soft landing. When you don't have to bother about how do I pay my rent, how do I
pay my phone bills, grocery shoppings, and all of that.
Hydro bills. So you can now focus on the longer goals because it's getting you settled in the meantime.
Gradually. So it's not like our education would not or our degree would not one day be useful in Canada because thank God for our masters. That's how we're able to get our permanent residence. That's how we're able to get in here. But with regards to job, at first it might not be relevant. In fact, my functional CV does not have my degree in it. It only have skills of what I could do.
Your competence.
My competencies. It doesn't have masters of science education. It doesn't have it at all because nobody wants to know whether you have a PhD. Sometimes it can even affect your getting the job.
Yeah, because they begin to think if you are a master's holder, why are you applying for this kind of job? So, and something else I would like to add to that is I think we should also talk about it depends on specializations, right?
Yes.
And your experience. I studied chemistry in Nigeria, chemistry science, not education, but all my life in Nigeria, I taught chemistry in high school and I never had an education certification. So I'm coming into an environment where teaching is a highly regulated profession. If I'm going to teach chemistry here, I have to go to school, maybe go and get a diploma
in education.
So that is why
a lot of
my own. But if you studied accounting and you've been working as an accountant from Nigeria, I believe it might be different.
Easy for you. It might be a different
ball game
settling in for you, but it's still gonna take you to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Your degree from Nigeria or from it might help you get into Canada, but it might not help you get a job at first.
Yeah. And I discovered that those jobs we do when we first come here, they help you. They help you get experience. They help you begin to learn the culture, and then they prepare you to be able to sell yourself with more confidence.
Yeah. Another thing I want to mention is, does your age affect the kind of job you do in Canada?
I'll say no.
It never. See, I have seen old people. Like, what is it? Old people doing jobs that you feel like this man's supposed to be sleeping in his house or chilling somewhere.
Yeah, the question is, can you deliver on the job? They give you. It's not like it's not like where we are coming from, where your job description is even shady. You can get into a job. Yeah, it's never really clear. You can get on a job and then your boss is asking you to do
extra
things that you don't know why you're doing. But over here, your job description is clear. Can you deliver on it? Right? Once you can do that, you're good to go. Even if you're 70, they don't have a retirement age. That's why you see people come here notwithstanding, because it gives you hope for longer relevance. So that's why people come here, and even at 40 they don't mind going back to school. Because even if you graduate at 45, you are still good to go.
Relevant. You're very, very relevant.
That's the word, relevant.
You're very, very relevant. Like, there is no barrier of age. You know, it was in Nigeria we used to think that you're too old for something. Yeah. But here there is no barrier of age. You can be any age and decide that you want to become a lawyer or you want to become a pilot. So
who knows?
Any age. Who knows? You might be talking to the next lawyer.
Oh my goodness.
You might be I'm telling you, you might be talking to the next pilot, because there is no restriction on anything.
Yeah.
So with regards to job and age, there is no barrier. No matter how old you are, you can still be relevant in whatever a field
you are interested in.
You're interested in. Let's not just forget that there will be a need for you to start from somewhere.
Yeah. You know, just like I said, no company has ever asked me so where are your credentials? But you'll be surprised. They want to see if you're endorsed on LinkedIn. They want to see what people are saying about you on LinkedIn. So you are coming to an environment where I cannot talk. I don't know how to write. It does not work.
It doesn't. Wherever you find yourself, if you relocate, you need to understand what works there and know that you have to start from the beginning and understand how you can start building your presence from there. If you're coming to Canada, or you know someone that's already in Canada, or you're about to land in Canada, know that the reality is not easy, and it's also not too hard. You need to understand how it works. You really need to understand how it works. When you understand how it works, then accept that this is your new reality. It is very different. Resume is very, very important. It's like your identification.
Yeah. It's your degree certificate they are not asking from you. It's your master's certificate they are not asking from you. And then I think we should talk. I had experience with ATS, or what do they call it? Automatic resume scanners. They use that here. So you want your resume containing keywords. Because they are taking applications from a lot of people. So they are not looking. It's not like Nigeria where you submit your CV and somebody is reading
it. No,
it took me time to learn that as well. So they pass your resume through, and then it's only those that the tool tells them can go to the. So maybe 2,000 people have applied, and it's only 30 people
that have those
that they are going to reach out to.
Things on their.
So that dealt with me. That thing dealt with me. But I've learned that there's something they are looking for. It's in their job description. And so I put those keywords in my resume one way or the other, so that
with this few point of ours and with this conversation that we've had, I hope you are able to we have been able to shed more light to help you see that transition jobs, survival jobs are not bad.
They are not.
As people make it look like that,
No.
oh, I cannot come to Canada and be doing job of $17 per hour. I need to start doing like $40 per hour.
Do you know
If
how
you are
much $17 per hour is
in a month,
in a day? If you are doing like a 8 hour
eight
job,
hour job now, 8 hours, that's the
that's
regular.
almost $200 in your bank account for one day.
Let's tell them.
Yeah.
You can start working today and tomorrow you say you're not doing again.
They'll pay you for one day.
They will pay you for that one day that you work.
They would even calculate
your tax and send you your T4 for that one day.
They will pay you something, vacation 4%, whatever, for
they
that
will
one
pay
day.
you for that one job. I'm not saying we should be hopping from one job to the other,
another.
but so that you know that it is that flexible.
Yeah, and you don't even know what you will like until you try. So I've seen people get into these I'll call it starting kind of jobs, and eventually they see the potential to grow in that same line, and then they continue in it.
Yes.
They grow.
Yeah. I know it's good to dream big, to start making like $70 per hour
or more,
to start making like $100 per hour.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, but start. Just the way I started this my YouTube channel with 73 subscribers,
and now
we are at 574.
Can we get to 1,000 through this video?
Our first section of I Tribe was what inspired me to start my YouTube channel. I've told you that she said something in particular, and I said it in my first YouTube video, if you remember, that if you have to wait for something to be perfect, you have a perfect time, you never start. She was the one that said that to me.
I said, made me, if you're ready, you are late.
That's the word. If you're ready, you're late. So I know, guys, that we have switched from our discussion about the job to talking about how we've been able to build ourselves personally and generally. But the truth is, it's so good to have friends that you started a journey together and you're seeing how you're growing.
Thank you for coming back again and again. And then to wrap up, as she said, please, assumptions can be limiting. They are not facts, they are not truths. So yeah, it's okay to start with assumption, but you want to get what the truth is. Like, this video has helped you to clarify some of the assumptions you have. If you're already in Canada and you're looking for a job, it's a process. I pray it comes to pass for you speedily. Like, this season passes until you are settled. Don't get into all this debt, credit. Then you have a lot of things to pay monthly. It may take some time, but it will come. The job will come. Not only is the job going to come, you're going to grow from there. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our video. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.